Hello and good morning. Welcome back to the coffee stream on the Blind Press YouTube channel. Today we have a very loud guest in the background who may or may not actually come to the computer, and that is my son Alex. It's what they call a PD day, or professional development day, for for the elementary and high schools in the region. Hello, opinionated Scotsman. So Alex is home from school today. So he is in the living room. He may come and say, "Mommy, what are you doing?" But we'll see. Hey, Churchy. Hello, Fleet Admiral. So I don't actually have a guest lined up for today. So what I may do later on in the stream is throw the Hangout link in chat like I did on Wednesday. Welcome to the new subscribers. I know I picked up a few since Wednesday. What was I going to say here? Hi, Straight Sith Mel. How are you? I have a few news stories for you today. I found another inspiration porn story. It's not about a blind person this time, but it's still pretty cringy. And Alex, don't scream, buddy. Hi. What's up? That's my 4-year-old that you hear stomping and running around like that.
Mommy, that one.
Oh, good morning, Robert Burke.
Mommy.
Yeah?
It calls me, and then it calls me.
You want me to come with you?
Yeah.
But Mommy is busy right now.
No.
Do you want to sit on my lap?
Is it go lanterns off?
Take my headphones off?
Yeah.
Why?
Night. No.
Right now? That's not how you talk to me. Is it?
You take it off? We take it off, Mommy?
Please take it off, Mommy. Do you need a snack?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just going to grab my little guy a snack here.
Hi. And Miss Anchor Boat.
Your name is Alex Anchor Boat, is it?
Yeah.
Can you say, "Hi, YouTube"?
Hi, YouTubes.
Say, "Hi, chat."
Hi, Zach.
Here. You want to finish these off?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. That's Alex. If you ever go subscribe to Pinkalo the Driving Ape Man, that's his YouTube channel. Oh, your child is eating? Oh, that's awesome. Yours are grown. Hi, Camel. How are you? So yeah, if you ever go and watch Pinkalo's channel, he does sometimes he's live streams when he does car repair, and you'll see Alex. He likes to help Daddy. He's a good kid. So I have got, let me pull up my Twitter here, and let's. Oh, my phone is Discording. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Every time my Discord goes off, I'm going to just say it's Discording. You know, I really should just turn off most of those notifications. But I'm too freaking lazy. Ah. My son sounds cute. Kids are crazy. Yeah, they are crazy. Doing some shilling. All right, Churchy. Twitter. Why do you never stay logged in, Twitter? Thought you were supposed to do that. What am I doing? Oh yeah, password. So, as you can tell from the title of the stream, my coffee maker bit the dust this morning. I had to turn it off at the 2-hour mark of it still trying to brew a pot of coffee. And it brewed all of maybe half a pot. So I'm going to attempt to run some vinegar through it. But I have a feeling that it is dead because it was making some pretty awful noises. So rest in peace, coffee maker. F for the coffee machine. Yep, exactly. You're in over 15 servers, Churchy. Yeah, I have to mute most of them. Yeah, F for the coffee machine, for sure. Let's see. Which story should we start? I'm gonna save the inspiration porn one for later. Oh yes, okay. I've found some good ones. All right, so instead of looking at more Kavanaugh stuff, I found an article that says, I tried to live according to Jordan Peterson's rules for life. Here's what happened. That's from the National Post. You drink a 10-cup pot every morning? Yeah, you sound like me. The coffee machine is my best friend. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, if Pinkalo didn't take a travel mug full every day, which probably accounts for maybe a quarter of the pot, maybe a bit more, I would definitely be drinking a 10, maybe 12-cup pot. Because my coffee mugs are ginormous. So that pot that I have would fill that coffee mug up like 4 times. So it's like, that's 4 big cups of coffee. But it's definitely closer to about 9 or 10 of those restaurant-sized cups, which are always so much smaller. Oh, it's all the light roast coffee. Pinkalo, your dictation is bad. It's hard to... It sucks. You're having the same problem I was having with dictation, which was... Yeah. The gist of the message is that we put too much light roast and we were drinking like 2 pots of light roast a day, which, yeah, that was a bad idea. Don't do that. Yeah. 2 pots of light roast, not a good idea. Kind of look like you're having a seizure because you're shaking so bad. All right. So this... Oh, I was able to get some coffee out of the coffee maker. I just had to stop it mid-brew because it was taking literally 2 hours to brew 1 pot of coffee. You got a mouse in your pocket. Sorry, I'm telling you, I understand your pain for the dictation and how annoying it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, really? I missed that part of the headline. Oh dear, what did I do? There we go. Here, let's listen to this. This is obviously written from the point of view of somebody who didn't like Jordan Peterson. So you'll see why.
Heading level 2. It starts with lobsters. Heading level 1. I tried to live according to Jordan Peterson's 12 rules for life. Here's what happened. Heading level 2. It starts with lobsters. You have to understand about the lobsters.
Yeah, they threw in a lobster joke in the headline. That shows you just how seriously they wanted to do this.
Morrow Forest.
Morrow Forest
September 11th,
is the author.
Last updated.
And it's from the National Post.
September 21st, 2018. 9:12 a.m. EDT.
Wow, that was a loud fuss.
Filed under. List 2 items. Link. Right angle bracket. Link. Canada. End of list. Link. Canada. 2. End of list. Link. Comment. Link. Fake link. Link.
I hate all these links. Damn it.
I first heard link. More. I first heard about Jordan Peterson in the same way you all did. He's that professor who had the thing about the pronouns. I've always had trouble believing that freedom of speech was truly what Jordan Peterson was peddling.
He's that professor with that thing about the pronouns, and you don't believe that he was peddling freedom of speech. How do you peddle? You said we drank 2 pots of light roast a day in your dictation thingy. So Zach, if you write the emojis out like we used to have to in ASCII, it will just read the letter, like it'll say :P or something. But if Apple's emoji list and everything, it's coded to work with the screen reader. And if somebody using like Android or something puts an emoji from their list and stuff, it's coded, so it will say smiley face or angry face or whatever, but it actually speaks out the words. Jordan Peterson should be Canada's next prime minister. I wouldn't go that far because he is kind of wishy-washy on some things, but he is definitely right about the freedom of speech and the forced use of pronouns and all that. I agree with him on that part.
Peterson's rise to prominence on the wings of what seemed like a willful misinterpretation of the law, Bill C-16, which added gender identity and expression to the Canadian Human Rights Act, struck me as opportunistic at best.
A willful misinterpretation of the law. No, not really. At all. That is because Google hates me. Well, you should switch to Apple. Jordan says clean your room, but pays someone to clean his. Yes. It is pretty funny. It is better than Justin Trudeau, unfortunately, but Justin Trudeau has taken the bar and buried it in concrete, so it's really easy to jump over it because it's not even above ground anymore.
But Peterson didn't go away. He built a following, and then he wrote a book, which is still, more than 30 weeks after its publication, among Amazon's top 20 best-selling books, with 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. Peterson has become, as they say, incontrovertible. You are currently on a tech.
He didn't go away. Like, what? I love the language in these articles. They show their bias so openly. Like, journalism used to be about, at least, like, if you had a bias as a journalist, you still like tried to hide the bias somewhere in your story and make people look for it. Like, this is just open. He didn't go away. Grr, he wrote a book and it's doing well. Grr. Like, really? You guys, you people are just weird.
Many better minds than mine have offered up their thoughts on our latest cultural icon. He is the link, custodian of the patriarchy. You are, link, disturbing symptom, link, disturbing symptom of our intellectual and moral breakdown. Link, dangerous, but no, others insist. Peterson is actually, link, the most influential public intellectual in the Western world right now. You are currently on.
I wouldn't give it that.
Or, as he's, link, or, as he's been described in these pages. Link, a warrior for common sense and plain speech.
A warrior for common sense and plain speech. See, I don't like how his fans are making him seem either, because he is very. Looney's leftists are sad. But oh yes, the bar is so low. We need James Cameron to be our prime minister to raise the bar. Yes, Fincolo. But the way that, even the way his fans are writing about him, they are giving him way too much credit. He's very wishy-washy. He's very, oh, we can't. It's just, you gotta take what he says with a grain of salt sometimes, and sometimes what he has to say is correct, but you can't just be like, it's gospel, everything he says is gospel. No. And you also can't be, he's a Nazi, because no.
I confess I have only a passing interest in who or what Jordan Peterson is, conveniently enough, as he didn't speak with me for this piece, but I am interested in what he is saying, and I am fascinated by the fact that some of his followers feel their lives were changed by a self-help book Peterson published based on a list of maxims he wrote on Quora one time. I did not understand it, and I wanted to.
So he wrote this book based on something he wrote on Quora, which everyone knows what Quora is. So what? If you had your father in your life, you wouldn't need Jordan Peterson. Is James Cameron a Canadian citizen? Can I blame him for the Titanic? No, he's all yours, guys. He's all yours. Sorry. I'll forgive Titanic because of Terminator and Aliens. Aliens, yeah. Aliens was good. Hey, Alex, can you turn down Inspector Gadget? It's kind of loud. Alex. Who's the custodian of the patriarchy? You mean he cleans up everyone's messes? Yeah. An opinion piece disguised as a news article. Yeah, right?
The idea came to me one evening, while out with colleagues. I want to read the book, I told them, and try to live out the rules. So I had, and it's been eye-opening, infuriating, challenging, and sometimes deeply boring, because there is nothing interesting about protein-rich breakfasts and washing floors, even if they are good for you. You are current.
Obviously, doing adult things is not fucking exciting, you. Oh my god, these people are perpetual children. Washing floors and protein shakes are boring, even though they're good for you. And if you only had a passing interest about Jordan Peterson, why did you decide to read his book and try and live your life by him? It seems more like This does not seem like a passing interest. Straight cis male. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. Being adult can suck. Yep.
I did not know where I would end up at the start of this, but I can safely say I didn't think it would be here. I cannot despise Jordan Peterson, as I thought I might. I've spent time with some of his followers and I appreciate what he's done for them, and what, to some extent, he's done for me, but I won't embrace him as they do. I can, because I fear that on some level, Jordan Peterson despises me. You are...
What? You fear that Jordan Peterson despises you, even though he didn't want to speak to you for this, or didn't speak to you for this piece. You've basically said you've never met him. You just read his book and tried to live your life by his rules, and you think that he despises you? Do these people look in mirrors while they write and just stare at their reflection and pour their... You're not banned. Let me see. No, nothing's here. Let me give you a wrench. Nope. There. Yeah, Jordan Peterson probably doesn't even know who this person is. Yeah, it's a chick even. I think it's Mara Forrest is the author's name. I have a passing interest in fishing. Yeah. You want a wrench? Wrenches, yeah, you know what? You guys are around here. I'll give wrenches to... Does Pinkalo have a moderator? Yes, he does. I was going to say, that would kind of suck if my husband... Hi, Della, how are you? It's all good, Hog Silk. I'm great. Don't worry about missing yesterday. It was fun. Sucks that you missed yesterday. You would have had a lot to laugh about. I have become Wrench, the destroyer of chats. Yay, you guys be good with these wrenches now. Or I will smack you over the head with my master wrench. I know there's no such thing as a master wrench, but I have just coined the phrase. Of course you get a wrench, Churchy. Oh, yes, Fleet Admiral. The difference between a puppy and a leftist, the puppy stops whining when it grows up. All right.
Horizontal rule. I did not know where I was. Horizontal link. Rule 1.
Rule
You are
1.
currently... Link. Bullet rule 2. You are...
What?
Link. Rule... Press link. Rule 1. Horizontal rule. Visited. Link. Link. Bullet rule. Link. Bullet rule 3.
What?
Link. 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 Heading level 3. Stand up straight with your shoulders back.
Okay. Whew. I was going to say, you better not have made it so that the rules were hyperlinked and I couldn't get to them, you ableist shit, but no. And I like to use the term ableist with leftists because they always quote, like they're always touting diversity and you got to be inclusive and not ableist, and then like they're not accessible. So Churchy is the law now. Oh, Damn, Pink Hollow. I need some cream for that burn. I guess I do. I guess there is such a thing as a master wrench. Oops. Oopsie. Blind press made a boo-boo. So rule one is
heading level 3. Stand up straight with your shoulders back.
Stand up straight with your shoulders back. That's
You are currently
a
on a
rule. All right then.
It starts with lobsters. You have to understand about the lobsters. Not lobsters, exactly, but the ancestors of lobsters. The ancestors of lobsters were around at least 350 million years ago, and 350 million years is a very long time. You are currently on a text element. The thing about lobsters, according to Peterson, is that the males fight each other to establish dominance, and the females all want to mate with the dominant males. We are not so different, his argument goes, except for the part where female lobsters squirt pheromone-laced urine out of their faces to entice the males. But Peterson doesn't mention that.
What does that? Okay, just because male and male lobsters behave a lot like human lobsters. Wow. Go me. Human lobsters. Somebody needs to clip that. Oh, fuck. Let's that human lobster, yeah. Crab people. Yeah, human lobsters. Sounds interesting. Yes, they're bipedal, but they still have shells. They're like they're slightly they are what the Ninja Turtles were based on. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop now. Okay. So just because males of both species fight for dominance does not mean you need to go and start saying, well, you know, despite the fact that their physiology is fundamentally different, yeah, they're the same. Ha 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 ha. Dude, just admit that you don't like Jordan Peterson and that you read this book and wanted to live according to his rules, ironically, with a bias in mind. I guarantee you that this person read this book and lived these rules for like a week or two and was like, oh, this is so stupid. Look, and I'm proving how stupid this is. Because that's how this is coming across. Yes, that's true. He isn't telling you, like, exactly, Zach. Peterson's not telling you anything your father wouldn't tell you, but in this generation of fatherlessness and homelessness, he's telling men what they need to hear. To follow the way of the lobster is to become a crab in the bucket. Nice, Pinkolo. Would little people be called human shrimp? Oh, believe me, that's getting clipped. Of course it is. Of course.
There are lots of animals Peterson could have used to make this point, like elk or lions or elephant seals, all of which compete for females and none of which pee out of their faces. But he chose lobsters, and I have to think it's because anything that's been around that long has clearly figured itself out. You are...
Who cares where they piss from, you creep? What the hell? What is wrong with you? Oh my god. Are you mad that he didn't choose a mammal? Is this what's wrong? Like, yes, he did probably choose lobsters because they've been around a long time. They've stood the test of time. They like what is the matter with you? Are you having trouble using your imagination? Like what? Oh, that's right. The left, the L in left is for literal. Literal minded. Men need to be told to be fathers, and fathers are a good and necessary part of a child's life. Yes. I hate the lobster argument. because lobsters can drop their claws and change from male to female. That's what. Yeah, that's true. A lot of what Jordan Peterson says is common sense. Too bad common sense isn't too common these days. Yeah, exactly, Churchy.
Mommy, I need puppy.
Okay, then go to the bathroom, honey. Put your potty seat down. More or less, take responsibility and get your shop in order. Exactly.
Rule 1 is to stand up straight with your shoulders back. Don't be a pathetic lobster. Basically, though lobsters don't have shoulders as such.
Yeah, see, this person is writing, and this person picked up the book, bought the book, said, I'm going to read this to see how stupid it is. I'm going to live by these rules to prove how stupid they are, and then I'm going to write a piece about it. Like, listen to how purposely sarcastic and, like, just completely, like, just taking this completely literally and not even being subjective about it. Hey, Joker. Extreme ownership. Chemicals in the water turn the freaking lobsters gay. Was this article written by a child or something? I don't know, Scotsman. Chemicals in the water seem to have turned Alex Jones somewhat gay. Yeah, that's my son, Alex. There's no school today. Hi, Joker. All right, let's see here.
I took a literal approach one Monday morning. I stacked my laptop and monitor on top of some dictionaries and sat up very straight, with my shoulders back, for hours. You are currently on...
Look, they're admitting they're taking this literally. You stacked your laptop and monitor on top of
I took a literal approach one Monday
some
morning.
dictionaries.
I took a literal approach
How many
one Monday morning. I
dictionaries do
stacked
you
my laptop and
have?
monitor on top of some dictionaries and sat up very straight, with my shoulders back, for hours. The pain started in the small of my back around 10 a.m. and radiated up from there. By early afternoon, I was finding excuses to hunch over, even for a few seconds, to get some relief. You are
Because he doesn't mean sit there for hours with your shoulders back like a... Oh my God. He just means have good posture while you're doing things, you fool. He doesn't mean you must sit like a monk and meditate for hours with your shoulders back. Like, what the frick, people? What? Much better role model than Kermit Peterson. Oh, extreme ownership. Okay. I will have to check out that book. But seriously, come on now.
I didn't feel any more dominant than usual, but I couldn't stop thinking about lobsters, so I called a marine biologist in Halifax, Horace Word, to ask if we really are just like them. He said no. The main hallmark of our own species is that we're social creatures, right? And the only reason we survived is that we perfected social cooperation. He said, a lobster does none of these things. A lobster's essentially a glorified insect. You are currently on a text element.
Oh my God, would you stop focusing on the lobsters? Yes, it's a bad analogy. We get it. All right? We get it.
Worm thinks humans are attracted to each other for all kinds of reasons, not just dominance. All species will try to find high-quality mates, he said, but that can mean a lot of different things for humans. Basically, he said, we're more complicated than a crustacean. You are
obviously we're more complicated than a crustacean. Even Jordan Peterson says we're more complicated than a crustacean. You know why? Because he's a clinical psychologist and he knows that we're more complicated than a crustacean. It's called an analogy. Yes, of course, give Killing Joke a wrench. Where's Killing Joke? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where is Killing Joke? There's the Killing Joke. Add moderator. There you go, Joker. You have a wrench. Mwahaha. Well, too late. You get a wrench, Joker. Ha! I have bestowed you with power. But yeah, like, seriously, it's called a frickin' analogy. Like, is it the best one? No. But the more you focus on the lobsters, the more stupid you look. You are all doomed. You're welcome.
I wanted to agree, but I wasn't sure. I thought Peterson might counter that we're not nearly as complex as we like to think. You are petting level 3. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping.
Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Yes.
There's this thing Peterson does that I really don't like. In chapter 2, he's writing about order and chaos, which are symbolically male and female, for reasons I don't fully understand. He gives an example of a woman rejecting a man. For the man, he writes, that's a direct encounter with chaos, and it occurs with devastating force every time they are turned down for a date. You are currently on a...
Okay. This is coming from a psychological perspective, so...
Later in the same chapter, women have been making men self-conscious since the beginning of time. The capacity of women to shame men and render them self-conscious is still a primal force of nature. You are currently on...
Uh-huh.
Later in the book, it's the terror young men feel towards attractive women, who are nature itself, ever ready to reject them, intimately, at the deepest possible level.
Yes?
I do not know what any of this means. I have never felt powerful when rejecting men, only awkward and self-conscious and afraid it's my fault. But sure, primal force of nature. You are currently on a...
He's not saying that women get a high from rejecting men. You low self-esteem simpleton. Okay? What he's saying is that men tend to feel it when women reject them, which is probably a normal thing. Oh, hi, Ghost Dog. How are you? But it's the internet. Trust no one. Hey, it's a Gutenberg. There are two genders. But yeah, it's Peterson is not suggesting that all women everywhere get a high out of rejecting men. What he's trying to explain is that in order to mate, men have to have a drive to win the woman, and when the woman rejects him, of course he's gonna feel it. That's just how that works.
Anyway, rule 2 is about treating yourself properly and setting out a direction for your life. Except the chapter isn't about that at all. An awful lot of it is a retelling of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, because apparently that's where self-hatred comes from.
See, now, I am gonna say that I know that Jordan Peterson is a Christian, and I really think he needs to own just how much of a Christian he is, but I think he is peddling back how devout he is because he's got a lot of atheists that listen to him, a lot of skeptical, like a lot of more skeptic people. At Gutenberg, do you even press, bro? Oh God. But it's if you. What was I saying here?
I do not know. Anyway, rule 2 is
about treating. So yeah, I think he needs to own how devout he is, because then his religious analogies are going to make a lot more sense to people. But I think that he is afraid that if he does that he's going to lose a lot of his fan base, which I think is a tactical decision on his part, and I don't think it's a very good one. I think he should know better as a psychologist, that if he's got something to say and if he can word it properly, he can still use Christian analogies because Christianity has definitely reformed itself more than some other religions I could name. Yes, the projection of the author of the article is right. Yes.
There's also this theory Peterson cites that sexual selection, or the possibility of rejection, has driven the evolution of the human mind. You are
probably.
Women's proclivity to say no, more than any other force, has shaped our evolution into the creative, industrious, upright, large-brained creatures that we are, he writes. You are currently on a text element.
Okay.
The idea belongs to Jeffrey Miller, an American evolutionary psychologist who published a book in 2001 called The Mating Mind. It's controversial, in part because it implies that women's choosiness drives men to excel, but not necessarily the other way around. You are currently...
So, women are the ones who carry the children. Women are the ones who bear they bear the children. They are at home, like even in the early hunter-gatherer days, they stayed with the children and gathered the nuts and whatever, and the men went out and hunted the meat. Women have been in charge of raising the children for millennia. Of course they need to be choosy with who puts baby gravy in them. They're stuck with the baby while the man goes hunting. Do they want to have a baby who's fucking retarded and they have to constantly look after them and not be able to help the rest of the women gather stuff and look after the rest of the kid? No, they want a kid that can help. They want a kid that can keep up with them. So of course they're going to be more choosy, and of course that's going to drive men to be more dominant, more like, this makes sense. And I haven't even read the book yet.
I called Miller to ask about this, and he insisted that men and women have an equal capacity for ideas and creativity, but men are just louder about it. Think male rock stars who are in it for the groupies, he said. You are currently on a text.
Okay.
If that's what men need to do to attract women, I asked, what's the advice in there for women? Miller told me men are looking for different things in their mates. A century ago, for instance, middle-class women could play piano and have witty conversations. I think a lot of those traditional social skills aren't being cultivated in an era of Tinder and texting, he said. I think young men are kind of missing that. You are currently on a text element, inside of which I decided I wanted a second opinion. I texted a guy I met on Tinder and asked if he thinks rock bands are just in it for the girls. You are currently on...
What? You went to so you went to an evolutionary psychologist to ask if you thought Peterson was correct. Men are physical and analytical beings. Women are emotional and empathetic beings. Yes, Churchy. Baby gravy. Why does that sound funnier when a woman says it? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? But seriously, this is a long ass article. Do you guys want me to keep going, or do you guys want to find something else? Yeah, this author is a moron. And she's a woman. Because it's 10:43. Do you guys want me to keep going with this, or do you want me to something else? Yeah. That's what I was thinking. This author's a moron, and I can't handle it. Ooh, here's a short story about a mother who made her son wear an "I'm a Bully" t-shirt. You're all done? Yeah. Okay. Throw the bag in the garbage. Here's a short story, and then I will... Gutenberg, you want to come on? I saw in the chat. I'll send you the link. You want to watch Octonauts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, 20 people watching. That's awesome.
Promise me. Mommy, take all the off.
I will put Octonauts on as soon as I'm done, okay? Can you go finish watching Inspector Gadget?
No. to sit you.
You want to sit with me? Okay,
Whoa.
come. Ugh. All right. This is from Post Media News. Oh my God, load, you silly thing.
Ow.
It's stuck at 90%. Okay, so it's gonna keep saying 90%, 90%, 90%.
Says.
Okay, so this is one from the Toronto Sun. Basically, a Texas mom, let's see here. It says, I am a bully. Mom forces son to wear I am a bully t-shirt after classmates insulted.
I think the band.
Where is it here?
I don't know. It's only some numbers.
Okay. Here we go.
You done it.
A Texas mom forced her son to wear a t-shirt to school with I am a bullet to shame him. I am a bully
yeah.
to shame him. A Texas mother took matters into her own hands after she found out his mother he was bleh. Okay. Are you going to let me read this, you stupid thing? So he was calling other people stupid and calling them idiots, Star, who didn't want her last name used, said. And the shirt said, I am a bully on the front and on the back. So basically this 10-year-old, and she made her child wear the shirt to school. The principal was okay with it. She even posted pictures on Facebook so that the parents of the children who were bullied could see it and they could comment and she could give them personal apologies. So if you found out that if your kid was calling people stupid and idiots, would you make them wear an I'm a bully shirt to school? Or do you think, like, because I don't think, like, there is actual bullying. I'm getting you the link. Hold on. Be patient, Gutenberg. What would you guys do? Would you for just calling people stupid and idiot, would you make your son wear an I'm a bully t-shirt? Or would you reserve that for something else? Like, would you reserve that for maybe a stronger offense? Do you think that she is overreacting here? The mother's name is Star Jones. All right, Gutenberg, I'm just sending you a DM right now with the link. Everyone gets hazed, yeah. And what if they were being stupid and idiots? Yeah, the mother went to the newspaper to get this article written for fame points. Exactly. Trying to find this. There's Gutenberg. Paste. Send. Hey, there you go, Gutenberg. Yeah, she's definitely over. I agree with you, Costin. Yep. That you're right. She just created the next cuck. She's her kid's gonna get actually bullied. Like, this is, I don't agree with what she did at all. I would, if my kid was actually being a bully, you're damn right I would do something about it. But if he's just calling somebody stupid or idiot, I'm not gonna make him wear a shirt. Hello, Gutenberg. How are you?
Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hello, chat. What's up? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody.
How's work?
Work sucks. But I
It
had
sucks.
a story about my girlfriend recently trying to kill me. If you like to hear that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been having these allergies, and had no idea where they were coming from. Stuffy nose, red eyes, fucking congested throat. It's persisted for last week. I thought I was getting a cold, running a temperature of 101, going to work, dealing with the same shit over and over and over again. Well, yesterday when I came home, I happened to look into the back of my bathroom cabinet where we keep all the soap at.
Yeah.
And here, my girlfriend had bought Oil of Olay lavender soap. However, I am extremely allergic to lavender.
Oh, God.
And I had never told her, and I had never thought to ever even fucking tell her. Because how often do you encounter lavender on a day-to-day basis, right?
Yeah.
So we buy large like when we go shopping, we'll buy like a goddamn year's worth of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I now am the owner of about $100 worth of Oil of Olay lavender soap that I can no longer use.
Damn, well, that shit's expensive too, man.
Yeah, dude. It's like for a pack of, I think we bought 10 packs of 8.
Oh, fuck.
She bought it. I gave her the money. And this broad goes off and buys the fucking most expensive shit, right? I'm like, go buy, the good stuff, but not the top of the shelf shit. And she bought lavender soap. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been using it, right? Because I didn't look, because you don't look at the package, right? When it comes out of, because when you pull the bar out of the cellophane, it's a white box.
Yeah.
So I've been pulling these white boxes out because we go through about a bar of soap every other day. And every day I get out of the shower and I start fucking sneezing. My fucking eyes swell up. I'm thinking of something in the house. I'm like, What the fuck? I thought it was maybe allergies from the seasonal change. No. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been fucking literally dying.
You should be
Laying
like,
in bed.
you should ask your coworkers. Hey, your girlfriends want some Oil of Olay shit. Fucking.
I got so mad at her and I shouldn't have. I opened the bathroom window and literally just started throwing it out.
Oh, God.
Onto the fucking roof. Oh, I was so fucking mad. But it wasn't her fault. I had to apologize. But of course, I'm the asshole, right?
Yeah. Well, when you're feeling sick, right, and you find that out, like, you're just like, fuck.
Right. But I never even thought to check the soap.
Gutenberg's girlfriend was trying to do the Lord's work. Oh, fuck.
All right. Fuck this dude in the chat. Number 1. Number 2, like, I'm allergic to bee stings and lavender. Like, those 2 things you kind of have to go searching for, you know what I mean, to come across. Like,
yeah,
it's not an everyday type of thing. So the whole time I thought I was fucking getting a cold. After week 1, I was like, I told work, I was like, I can't come in. Like, I literally felt like goddamn death. And she was being nice. She's bringing me fucking all kinds of food and whatnot. And she even bought some like eucalyptus oil lamp thing or whatever, humidifier. So she was doing her part. She was doing a good job. However, the bitch tried to kill me with lavender soap. I'm about to go wake her up and fucking get her on here and tell her side of the story. Because I think this shit was on purpose. This bitch is downstairs napping like fucking she didn't just try to kill me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go smack her.
Oh, God.
Not really. I just gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, that's an interesting story. Let's see what. Oh, Pinkalo says, I bet you that kid tries to kill himself within 2 weeks. Yeah, probably. And then she'll get.
All right. Are they talking shit in the chat?
$5 says Gutenberg is undercover. Fucking what? Undercover what? My
Undercover
voiceover.
Mossad.
Yeah.
What? Man, Hate Camel. I think I talked to you on a stream before. I thought you were cool, but now I just think you're a piece of shit. But listen,
Well, she didn't know, says Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog's got her back.
You can probably still hear it in my voice. I sound like a little verklempt. Yeah. So I'm still getting over this. I went through 5 boxes of those fucking Benadryl things, and they don't sell the good shit anymore, right?
No.
Because all those meth heads were cooking it down and forming like a base for fucking crystal meth or whatever the fuck they were doing. So you can't even buy NyQuil. Don't even have codeine in it anymore, as far as my knowledge goes. Right. So now they sell you this watered down NyQuil shit that barely makes your fucking toes tingle. Remember before, if you took NyQuil like in the 90s, like it would knock you the fuck out for hours.
You can still get it up here in Canada with the dextromethorphan and all that shit in it.
Well, yeah, because you don't have fucking meth heads and whatever Canada's equivalent of West Virginia is.
We have fucking heroin addicts and shit up here.
Well, okay, whatever. Oh, it's been so fucking brutal, dude. Like, if you know anybody with like seasonal allergies or anything.
Yeah, my mother should live in a bubble.
Oh God.
She's actually allergic to lavender as well. I went to get her a Mother's Day gift last year, and I specifically asked because she loves having bubble baths. So I went to the Body Shop, and I said, I need vanilla. Only vanilla. What do you guys have? Oh, I have vanilla and lavender. Okay, no. I can't have lavender. Oh, I have this and lavender. Okay, no.
When I was younger, I used to be hypersensitive to a lot of shit. So my mother always bought like the Arm & Hammer baking soda, pure shit, none of that added scented bullshit. So I continued my whole life. I just bought Arm & Hammer, uncensored, just whatever the fuck it is, and then Snuggle fabric softener because I found out I wasn't allergic to that. However, I always use unscented, all that fucking shit. But in the soap, they're putting so much like perfume into the soap now, like it's making people sick.
Yeah,
like me, like fucking me. All right, whatever happened to good old fashioned Irish Spring, right? Whenever that go out of fucking season.
Yeah, Irish Spring, I think.
Don't get me started on that Axe body wash shit.
Oh, I hate Axe.
Oh, dude, I would go into fucking allergic reactions just walking by people wearing that shit. Fucking atrocious.
And Kahlo and I used to have a roommate who like never showered, but always did the fucking Axe thing. Just like sprayed himself down with Axe all the time.
Oh yeah, we used to call that ooh, yeah, I can't say that on stream.
I was about to say it, and then I was like,
Oh man, that's so horrible. I literally just woke up about 20 minutes ago, and I was like, I'm getting notifications when you go live on my phone for some reason. However, I get no other notifications from anything else I've subscribed to and hit the
weird
bell. So like every time you go live, like my phone literally vibrates. I have no idea why, because it doesn't do that for anybody else's stream, even though I have the bell notification thing on. So you must be like some special thing, or I don't fucking know what's happening.
Oh, we live next to a town called Methbridge. That's what Pinkalo said.
Do you really?
Well, no, it's not called Methbridge, but that's the joke because it's full of meth heads.
Really? I thought Canada was all full of really happy people like Tom Green. Like I don't.
Well, we do have a lot of drug problems, especially in the like working class areas. But like out west in like BC and stuff, there's a huge heroin problem. Even around here in our region, like the Toronto, like the Southern Ontario, they're dealing with a lot of meth, a lot of heroin, a lot of fentanyl deaths.
Really?
Yeah.
We get those every once in a while where I live. you'll read about in the paper somebody OD'd in like a Sunoco bathroom. It's like, what? Like, don't you have a house? Like, go die in your own time in someone else's house instead of me paying for gas, coming in and stepping over your corpse. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, Sunoco is a gas station for those maybe that are unaware.
Yeah, we used to have Sunocos here, but they got bought out.
Yeah. So the running trend around me is people dying in like Dunkin' Donuts bathrooms and Sunoco bathrooms and Denny's restrooms. And it's like, I don't know. Don't these people have homes? Like, go die under a bridge like a goddamn fucking, I don't know. Like,
go be a good homeless person and die under a bridge.
Yeah, like die away from people. Like, why do you gotta die at the center of commerce? Like, get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? God, I hate those people. I really do. But now our city has just invested, I think, $50,000. They just got a $50,000 grant from our governor to. There's some sort of PACs. I forget what it is, but they're supposed to save people from ODing on heroin. I don't know. I just picture that Pulp Fiction scene where stabbing motion, whatever that stuff is. I guess we're like subsidizing it and trying.
Oh, the adrenaline and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's basically just some sort of adrenaline, but they call it something else.
Yeah.
So there was a news story probably about 6 months ago about this fucking chick. She has like 3 kids, and she's been saved by EMS. I think she was on her 3rd time when I read it.
Jesus.
Where people showed up, and it was like on a Facebook news thing. And some people around here got fucking vicious. Like, yo, just let this bitch fucking die and shit. Like, people are getting ruthless because every time she was obviously on government assistance and shit, right?
Yeah.
And every time one of those EMSs get dispatched, cops go with them.
Yeah.
Fire trucks go with them. And it was estimated cost at about $12,000 every time this girl OD'd and the cops had to be called.
Damn.
$12,000. $12,000.
Yeah, they're starting to just they have free Narcan, I think it's called.
That sounds correct. Narcan.
They've got it free in pharmacies now around here because fentanyl overdoses and shit are getting so bad that pharmacists are now handing out making overdose kits available for free.
Churchy McBiscuit in the chat says, but heroin is the biggest problem now. Fentanyl laced into it is a huge problem. All cops have to have kits. Gutenberg is talking about because you need to structure your sentences a little better. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, what technically is fentanyl? Is that just something you're cutting it with? Or
fentanyl is an opiate that makes heroin look like candy. It is about, I think it's 100 times stronger than heroin. And so when a heroin addict gets fentanyl laced heroin and obviously doesn't know it, it's way stronger. So he goes to take his normal load, right? Because he just thinks it's heroin. And he's pumping fentanyl into him. And they're usually shooting it, right? So he's basically, he's taking what he thinks is a normal amount for him, but he's putting fentanyl in himself. So he's like, so his body just overdoses.
That seems a little advantageous, if that's the correct word. It's too early for me to be using big words. It seems a little bit like if you already have a drug that's stronger than heroin and you're lacing that with the heroin, doesn't that seem counterintuitive? Like
that, I'm not too sure about the pharmacology on it. But
or is it a moron mixing this stuff, or could it be someone deliberately trying to kill people? I mean, if you watch Ozark season 2, which I have,
fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. Says no.
Anybody into Ozark on Netflix? If you're not, you should, because it's a great fucking show. But there's a scene there in the season 2 where someone laces fentanyl with heroin and intentionally trying to kill people.
Yeah,
so that's where I kind of got the idea from.
Pincalo said they were having fentanyl parties and the cops were finding 5 to 10 people dead for 2 weeks straight.
Nope, in the chat says fentanyl is cheap to make. Well, if fentanyl is as potent as heroin, why aren't people just doing fentanyl?
Because it's too like it's too strong. So
Too strong.
they use fentanyl in like medical applications as well, right? And in conjunction with other meds for anesthesia.
Yeah.
So like those patches, those pain patches you hear about in nursing homes,
Okay.
those are fentanyl.
Alrighty. I don't know. Whatever happened to a little bit of weed and like a 6-pack, like that did fine in the 90s. Like, what, you need something more than that? Like, what are you trying to do here?
Oh,
What?
that's my kids watching TV.
Oh, I
That's
didn't say
talking.
anything.
Sorry, I thought you said, "What are you trying to do here?" So I thought you were.
No. I meant no, like a little bit of weed and like a 6-pack or a case of beer. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why people need more than that. Like,
I don't either.
Did your life suck that bad that you need to fall into like a deep state of a coma? Like, I've never seen heroin in my life. I don't know what it does. I have an idea what it does to you. It makes you really fucking tired from the looks of it. I don't fucking know. But if you need something that to really like get by in life, like, you're a fucking loser. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that like addiction shit, like the way they're pushing it as a disease. Like, listen, my nephew has Crohn's disease, right? Where his stomach basically he's like almost dying from the inside. Like, that's a fucking disease. You not being able to put down a fucking needle is not a fucking disease. I'm sorry. You have a lack of impulse control. You don't have a fucking disease.
Yeah.
That's my morning rant. That was my Gutenberg TED talk for all you kids out there thinking about picking up fentanyl or whatever the fuck you guys are doing these days.
Hey, Gutenberg Tech Talks. It was only like 2 minutes. That's a good.
That's the amount my brain.
Time.
That's about the amount my brain can hold.
It's not like these TED Talks that are like an hour long.
Right.
Blah blah
Listen,
blah.
I'm a fucking steel worker, not a fucking engineer. Well, actually, I'm a production engineer title wise, but I'm not fucking the smartest guy in the world. Okay, number one. Oh, but other than that, man, how's that weather up there in Canada? It's cooled off quite a bit down here.
It's pretty humid today. Like, well, the wind picked up, but it's definitely becoming more fall. Like, it's cooling down. We still have some hot days, but
yeah,
it's cooling down.
It's a little humid down here, man, but I'll take that over that 100-degree humidity any day. That was so brutal a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was.
Thankfully for Canada, I believe this Friday is hitting down into the 30s here. I don't know what it is, what that is for your metric of measurement.
That's almost in the 30s. That's like single digits Celsius.
Oh, it's gonna be sweatshirt and bonfire type of fucking weekend.
Yeah,
it's gonna be beautiful
for sure.
Nope in the chat says Gutenberg. I have family in wherever that. What is that? Weirton? I can't even pronounce that. Weirton?
Weirton?
I don't know.
Wyerton?
I don't know. Why would you tell me this? Am I supposed to know where that's at?
Is that Pennsylvania, or are you saying Wyerton? Because there's a Wyerton in Canada.
Oh, Wyerton, West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay.
I'm not in West Virginia, my guy. I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh, Weirton. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I believe I drove through West Virginia, and I was too afraid to stop. It's a beautiful place. It looks a lot like Pennsylvania, but you got some like hills have eyes type dudes out there. Like, I was a little sketched out, like trying to stop. Like, listen, there's shady places in Pennsylvania, but West Virginia is like you're gonna go missing type shit, and a whole bunch of meth addicts gonna drag you into their trailer, and you'll never be seen again. Like, that's the kind of level of fear I had driving through West Virginia.
That's awesome.
You wouldn't know anything about that being up there. You guys are like snow Mexicans.
No, we've got some pretty crazy shit up here.
Yeah, but this is America. We do everything better, even our crazies. We up our crazy level by a factor of 10. Oh, okay. Nope. Just to clarify, he said you mentioned West Virginia and Steelworks. Just thought it might ring a bell. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But how is the old Rust Belt in West Virginia going? Nope. I don't want to hog up the stream by talking to chat. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Mhm.
Oh, my brain is still so cloudy. So what were you talking about before I came in? I didn't mean to kind of just like totally derail the stream.
It's all good,
But
dude.
that is kind of my motive here when I stream I join. Your husband's getting lippy in the chat. Need to tell him to settle down. Better put the pimp hand on him.
I live in Baltimore and it's totally shit, says Nope.
There's like 4 good blocks in Baltimore. The rest is, at least from my knowledge, I've been to the Inner Harbor twice. And I think it was where I was at was like a collegey part, I believe. It was just like a few blocks north of Inner Harbor. Like all the white kids are, like the white college kids are, or whatever. But one thing about Baltimore that sucks is they call last call at 1 o'clock, and you got to be out of the bar at 1:30, which I find appalling.
How are you supposed to drink your last drink in half an hour?
Well, here, last call in Pennsylvania, where I'm at, is 2 o'clock, and you have to be out of the bar by 2:30. So when I went to Baltimore, this is like a decade ago, out drinking. Like, I'm usually getting warmed up around fucking 12:30, 1 o'clock, right? Like, you got another hour of fucking drinking in you. And these broads, it was like, I think it was like quarter to 1 they call last call, and you had to be out. They were trying to get people out of the bar at like 1. And everybody had to be out by 1:30.
See, that's why you got to go to fucking Montreal, because last call's at like almost 3 o'clock.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think in some of the bigger cities in Pennsylvania, I think Philadelphia is probably like that too. It's probably like I've never been out drinking in Philadelphia. Like when I was younger, I lived in South Philadelphia, but I never really went out drinking. And I think Pittsburgh is probably about 3 o'clock too. I don't know. I don't leave my safe little gated community up in the North Central.
Oh, that sucks, Scotsman. It's the same in Scotsman, and it's the same in Scotland, and you can't buy alcohol after 10 o'clock in the shops. That sucks.
Oh, you want to hear a really weird thing about Pennsylvania? We had this Puritan law in the books for so fucking long that they literally just allowed the sale of beer and wine in grocery stores. Okay.
Mm.
And here's the funny part about that is to circumvent all the laws that were put in place, they had to build a store within a store. And that store had to be separate from the store that's in the store and have a separate license of everything just to work around this one fucking law. And they started doing it in larger chains. And now Sheetz, which is, if you live on the East Coast, you may have heard of Sheetz. It's a large upscale. I want to say upscale. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it's an upscale like gas station where you can buy like made to order food and get gas and all that kind of fucking shit. Well, they just somehow just started selling beer at basically it's a Unimart. It's a convenience store, and people in Pennsylvania are losing their minds because you were never able before to buy alcohol at a convenience store. So people are going insane in Pennsylvania. That's how far we are behind. Yeah, the Sheetz Beer Cave says nope in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, Pincala says, fuck, in Miami, there's no last call.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it's a bunch of Mexicans. It's like a 24-hour party. Or Cubans. I'm sorry. You can't call them Cubans, Mexicans. They get angry. Come on, Hispanics. Yeah, Hispanics, man, they know how to party. I'm telling you. Wait. Yeah, okay.
Well, guys, it's 11:15, so I'm going to start wrapping it up. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for coming on, Gutenberg.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for letting me ruin your stream.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, if you guys like what you see, share the stream, share the videos I upload. If you want and you feel you're able, support the stream. There's a Streamlabs and Patreon link in the description. Thank you again for coming out. And remember, coffee streams are going to now be daily, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And the next Star Trek stream will be the 29th of September at 10 p.m. Eastern, and we are reviewing the pilot of The Next Generation. So that's going to be Skeptalk, One Ton Hammer, Polydub, and myself. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys. We will see you guys on Monday.